Hi, my name is Micah and I teach gender-affirming voice lessons. Taking a listen to Q, the genderless voice. So apparently they took samples from all these different voices that were non-binary type voices and mixed them all up in an algorithm. And the sound is supposed to be genderless. Let's listen and see what we think. Before we get to the video, take a look at my pitch analyzer here. The main thing that you want to look at is 150 hertz. Find that right here where my cursor is. Put your eyeballs there. When a person goes below this line, 150 hertz, a listener is going to hear them as more on the masc end of the vocal spectrum. If the person keeps their pitch at or above this pitch, they're going to be heard as more on the femme end of the vocal spectrum. We'll see where our friend Q lives. Here we go. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Q, the world's first genderless voice assistant. Think of me like Siri or Alexa, but neither male nor female. I'm created for a future.
I'm like Siri or Alexa. I like that is definitely a masc vocal trait usually, is like, I call it stomping down the stair steps. Stomping down the stair steps at the ends of phrases. So if you want to be heard as more masculine, definitely do that. Make it heavy, make it roar, go down in that basement. If you're more on the femme end, Siri, that's more of like a feminine lilt. Siri, and that went down to 150, even a hair below.
My voice was recorded by people who neither identify by gender or female. Think of me like the world's first genderless voice assistant. Think of me like Siri or Alexa, but neither male nor female. I'm created for a future where we are no longer defined by gender, but rather how we define ourselves.
And see right there, but rather how we are defined by ourselves. That particular spot, that to me sounds like the voice that is changing due to testosterone.
But rather how we define ourselves. My voice was recorded by people who neither identify as male nor female, and then altered to sound gender neutral, putting my voice between 145 and 175 hertz.
What was that? 145 to 175? Well, let's take a gander here. Oh, I said to keep your eye here, and Q was saying 145 to 175. So you can see how if you're talking in this lower pitch range, it would definitely give people pause, like, Yeah, so that's interesting. 145 to 175, by their definition, would they say genderless? They said genderless or gender neutral? Let's go back.
It's male nor female, and then altered to sound gender neutral, putting my voice between 145 and 175 hertz, a range defined by audio researchers. But for me to become a third option for voice assistants, I need your help. Share my voice with Apple, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. And together we...
And again, Microsoft. Going down the stair steps. Microsoft. And it wasn't like Microsoft. It was very like, ba, ba, ba.
Help. Share my voice with Apple, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. And together we can ensure that technology recognizes us all. Thanks for listening. Q.
Ooh, thanks for listening. What makes a voice femme or masc? And as it goes with many things, it's nature and nurture, yeah? If you are socialized and people perceive you as a little boy, certain things are going to be socially acceptable, other things will not be socially acceptable. Namely, things that are thought to be girl things. Why are you playing with that girl thing? Why are you talking like a girl? Why are you eating like a girl? Why are you playing with the girl? Or the other way around. Why don't you want to wear a dress? Why do you want to play da 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 da? Why don't you do normal girly stuff? Blah 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 blah. So depending on how you're perceived when you're little, it's the nurture part of things. You are socialized, conditioned, nurtured into fitting in. And one of the things you do is categorize yourself with a gender, and you're like, okay, well, here are my rules. I have these rules that I go by. Other genders have other rules. You know, again, I teach gender affirming voice lessons, and most of my students are lifting and brightening the voice, or they're lowering and darkening. It's infrequent to get students who want to kind of land in the middle. But if I had a student, I'd play them this. I would definitely play them this. Good job, whoever put this voice together. I'm loving it.